us, honey. Okay, especially when we're talking about red flags and why we ignore them.
Lord. Y'all, the list we're about to go through right now.
Accurate dangerously.
Yes.
They're very dangerous today.
Very
Not
dangerous.
so much charming.
No.
Just danger.
Yeah.
Just straight up danger.
So if you're, you know.
Honestly, yeah, be ready.
Yeah, just
That's
be
what
ready.
I'm really trying to say.
Exactly.
Be
Thank
ready.
you.
Don't get your feelings hurt, because we're all getting our feelings
Right.
hurt collectively.
Yes, and remember, as always, we did not create this list.
Exactly.
So your beef is
just
not really
reacting
with us.
to it.
Okay.
Yes, it's not.
Okay.
All right, well, let's get into it. We're gonna go in the order of the Zodiac as we always do. If you're new here, welcome. We're messy and we like it.
Yes.
We're also, you know.
And you like it too.
You like it too. That's the problem. That's
Right.
that's why we keep making these.
Right.
All right, so it's titled, What Red Flags Do the Signs Get Away With Because They're Hot? You know, that's what we're getting into today. All right, we're gonna start off with Aries, like I said. Aries, being rude to waiters.
Okay, this is actually facts. I had an Aries ex who low-key was like very rude to waiters, and I absolutely hate this.
Is it because
now.
they're impatient?
They're impatient, and I feel like they're very demanding.
Like, get on with it!
Get in there!
Aries is the type to be like, you don't even need to do this anymore. They go into the kitchen and start bringing out the food. I could do this better than you.
I feel like Aries also low-key feels like disrespected because
Yeah.
it's like, okay, the waiter wasn't listening to me. That's why I need to be rude.
That's true. I could see Aries being like that. Aries, like you said, it's just, they're very demanding people, and they're that lone soldier energy. Like, they know how to get it done right. So I feel like with anything, if someone's not doing it right, they can't help but be offended.
Yeah, they're gonna be unhappy and
Like,
they're
come on
going
now.
to verbally abuse.
There's good sides to every sign and bad sides to every sign, okay? Remember that before you get upset and comment something you don't mean.
Right. We have feelings too, you guys.
I'm a human too.
Okay. All right. Next, we have Taurus, and it says Taurus takes ages to reply to texts.
I feel like, yeah, maybe, because Taurus tends to be a little bit like too patient.
Yeah, they're very slow moving.
Yeah, they are. Even like, I feel like anytime I've had to go somewhere with Taurus, like, they're always the latest one.
Yeah.
And they will not move faster for anyone else.
No.
So I don't think they purposefully ignore text.
Yeah.
But I really just think they move slow. In life, they can't help but do things more slower than the average person.
They really
And
do.
it's that Venusian energy. Like, they don't see why they should rush. Truly, we can learn a lot from Taurus. You know, in this day and age, in the age of technology, why everything moves so fast, like, Taurus has yet to change their beliefs and the way they do things just for technology. They will continue to move slowly.
True.
Yeah.
True. It's true. I honestly was just like thinking about this though. I feel like maybe this isn't their biggest red flag. I feel like
I mean,
Taurus.
if you knew here, we ain't gonna let you get away with it.
Right, I'm like,
Not
this is too sweet, actually.
feel like-
you know, I feel like they're like very obsessive. Like they have, you know, they get very like.
Scorpio sister sign. People forget that you're our sister sign. Taurus is all earth and like nonchalant. I know you care. I know you care. But they play it off really well.
No, they really do.
But at home, they're on that laptop. I'm gonna find out everything about you. I love you. I want to be with you
Tracking
forever.
your location, following every single story.
Yeah.
Like,
Listen, I don't know what I'm saying. I'm a Scorpio.
She said, I
get it. At least people come for me. For it. People don't come for you
they
for
don't.
it.
That's what you get all the flack for it. Taurus doesn't get any.
It's true, but I know. I know Taurus. Just know that I know. Alright, next we have Gemini. It says, was arrested. That's it. Just was arrested. And honestly, yeah. Yeah, it's true.
No.
But you would let a Gemini get away with that
You
because
would.
it's Gemini. How could they not? They're having so much fun all the time.
Exactly.
They're experiencing life. Like, they can't help but get arrested. But anyone else, if Taurus were to get arrested,
Oh no.
how did you? That's embarrassing.
No.
You know what I mean? Or
I don't trust you
Aries.
as a person anymore.
Exactly. If Scorpio, someone who
Right.
actually takes themselves too seriously gets arrested, it's like, what's wrong with you? Are you going through something?
Right.
But if Gemini gets
It's
arrested,
funny.
oh, it's Gemini.
It's funny.
It
They
was
had
having
it was an
fun.
experience.
It was all in good fun.
What happened?
They ended up being friends with the cops after.
Right.
They get away with it.
No, truly. People think like, oh, it was an experience for that Gemini. You know?
It was a good
They're not
story.
mad. It's a great story.
Remember, their stories got stories.
Next we have Cancer, and it says they get away with being clinically insane.
This is fucked up. So like, I don't know if I can talk about this without getting canceled.
Right. No, truly.
Do you guys give me permission?
Okay, but you guys know we always talk about how you be a little cuckoo sometimes.
No,
you know,
it's because, like I said, I will try to tie this somehow to astrology, as my Libra Mercury allows me to do.
Yes.
You know, Cancers, again, cardinal water, they lead with their emotions.
Yes.
So most people, they feel things and then they think about, okay, these feelings may make me do some crazy things, but I will take a step back. But because Cancer is cardinal water, when they feel these very valid emotions, they can't help but act on that.
Initially.
And when that happens, people look at Cancer like, you're crazy. Like, why are you doing that shit? Why are you fucking, you know what I mean? Why putting holes in your ex's car?
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Why are you doing these crazy things? But it's everything that people want to do, but logically they tell themselves it's not the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Cancer goes with it.
Yeah, their first feeling, it's like, you know what?
But it's saying that they get away with it because they're hot. Yeah, you know what I mean?
Totally.
And they do.
And they do. It's confusing, and I've talked about this too. It's like, on the flip side, they're so sweet, they're so loving, they're really nurturing.
Cancer just baked you cookies.
Literally.
But Cancer is about to kill you, as I said multiple times before.
Exactly.
Be careful with Cancers. They're sweet, don't fuck them over. Alright, next we have Leo, and it says only talks about themselves. That is actually one of the best ones.
Okay, no, truly.
I love you Leos, and I'm a Leo Mars, so duh, love you. But like, y'all tend to make shit main character energy. That's all I need to say. Main character energy, which is funny and it's trendy, but also sometimes let the other person talk. But because they look so good doing it, people are like, oh, tell me more about you. And Leo's like, okay.
And it's usually also pretty interesting, I'm not gonna lie, you know what I mean? Like the story or whatever Leo's usually talking about, I'm like, I'm interested.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm like, okay, this is entertaining.
It is. It is.
You know?
I mean, they know how to put on a show.
They
so
do.
It's not like when they're talking about themselves, it's boring.
No.
Like when they're talking about themselves, it's a
not.
fucking full-on show.
Next, we have Virgo, and it says Virgo gets away with having no emotions. Sips tea. This is facts.
Listen.
Let me just go ahead and say what my chest.
Yeah, say it.
This is so true.
Virgos truly, they can be some of the most emotionless people. You don't get it until you're with them, and you kind of have to pull the emotions out of them. And some are better than others in terms of being receptive to you trying to open them up.
Yeah.
And making them feel like they can trust you. But the fact of the matter is, they're closed off until you push them to be open.
Facts.
Right?
Facts. No, it's true. And I feel like when you first get with the Virgo, you kind of overlook this because you're like, oh,
they're so mysterious.
They're mysterious.
So
you have like your life together. You know what I mean? In certain ways, it's like you truly respect them.
Yeah, you do.
At face value. And then I see the mess that you are inside.
I know. And you see, the closer you get, you realize, oh, Virgo's really, really clean. Oh, Virgo's messy. Virgo's angry.
And
Virgo's anxious.
You're like controlling all of this because you don't want to talk about your emotions.
Exactly. And like the thing is, you can control a lot of things externally in life. You know what I mean? Your environment, your relationships, your job. When it comes to your inner dialogue, your feelings, what you're going through on the inside, as a Scorpio, I'm the first one to tell you it is very hard to control that shit. I've tried, it's not happening. And Virgo has a hard time understanding that, so what they do is they just shut it off.
Yep.
You know, so when you shut it off, you kind of become numb to it all. Which isn't the best thing to do, but a lot of people look at Virgo and they are some of the most emotionally unavailable people in this whole entire universe, and because they're attractive, like you said, the list, because they're hot, they get away with it because they're hot, you can't help but be like, oh, they're so mysterious. Oh, it's so hard to get them to say anything back to me. Do you love me? Like, you know what I mean?
Literally.
But you just look at them and you're like, oh, but they're so caring. And they take care of me and they do acts of service. But the emotional availability is not there naturally.
No, truly.
They get away with it.
It's very confusing. It's very confusing.
Because they're perfectionists in a lot of other ways.
And they like to act like everything's together, and they try to communicate well in other ways, I think, you know what I mean? But it's like,
I mean, they're
as soon as
ruled
it
by
comes
Mercury.
to- yeah.
They're great communicators
Truly.
in other ways, except for their own emotions.
As soon as it comes to emotions, they will start talking you in
shut down.
circles. You know what I mean? Talking about something
my
else.
God.
It's like, let me redirect the conversation, and then you're just fucking confused.
Okay, so next we got Libra, one that kind of just made me feel a little sad for you guys. And it said serial cheater. And the thing is, it's so true that it almost hurts Libras.
Truly.
Because I feel like Libras are perfectionists. Libra is Venusian and they love to be loved. So if they are loved by someone, cool, this is cute. They go to work. Oh shit, someone else is loving me too. Like they want a piece of it all.
Yes.
And the thought, the concept of just one person giving them this much love, and the fact that there's all these people throwing their love at them and they can't accept that, they don't like that. They want to feel the love all over.
No, truly.
And this is me making it pretty for you.
Right, no.
And they get away with it because they're hot and everyone loves them. Everybody wants a piece of Libra. That's just fact.
That's exactly it. That's exactly it. My whole point about this is like, everyone wants to be dating Libra. You know what I mean? Libra is very good.
On Libra's dick.
Oh my god, but it's like low-key kind of true. Like everybody, Libra does such a good job of making you feel like this is the best relationship you'll ever be in.
Again, Libra is, you know, all about partnerships, you know, so whoever they're interacting with, again, friend, Starbucks barista, whatever it may be, love of their life, they will make you feel like you're the only person in the world.
Yes.
All right, so you can't help but be obsessed with Libra. And when they get that same energy back from everybody they interact with, it is hard for them to comprehend why they need to end up with just one person.
Truly.
Oh,
Truly.
Oh.
They're like, oh, why wouldn't I share all this love? You see how many people
I got so
make
much,
happy?
baby.
You don't want me to make all these people happy?
You're holding me back. It's not purpose. I'm actually crying.
It's their purpose to love.
It is. It's their purpose to cheat on everybody. I'm just kidding you, Libra. You're not a cheater. You're a serial cheater.
Right. Get it right.
Oh my gosh.
Next, we have Scorpio. And it says, y'all are over jealous.
I mean, what do you want me to say? You want me to tell you why we're not? We are. We are.
It's true, but why is it kinda hot?
No, it is hot. I've actually, let me tell you the experience that I've had with people that have experienced me being overly jealous. First they get scared. And then they get
scared. Can't forget the scared part.
Listen, you know what I mean? It's like when people get over shit. First is acceptance. No, first they get scared and then they're like, oh my god, like, how do you love me this much? People, I feel like sometimes they look at Scorpios when they're loving them, they're like, I don't even love myself this much, so why do you love me this much? And let me tell you, sometimes I don't know why I have loved people that much, and I know you Scorpios probably feel the same. Like, why the fuck did we give so much to people that were not shit? But when we love you and when we become obsessed with you, we make you literally our whole entire world. So of course we're jealous when anyone else wants to make their way into the person that we've literally made our #1 priority.
Yeah.
And we know other people don't make people, not everyone in this world makes the person they love their priority.
Yeah.
And when you get with a Scorpio, you are our priority.
True.
So when we get possessive and jealous, it's because we know ain't nobody out here loving you like me. Like, you know what I mean?
God.
Nobody. And I'm gonna show you that.
Oh my god. Okay, as you were
sorry,
speaking,
but like,
I'm
I had
sorry.
to go off.
I'm sorry, as you were speaking, it reminded me of like my toxic ex, one of my toxic Scorpio exes though. You know who I'm talking about.
Duh.
And actually how
I say duh, I'm like, you guys know too? Besties, you know what we're talking about.
This was the epitome of my craziest of Scorpio exes. Like, I dated my handful of Scorpios, but he was absolutely the craziest. And the over jealous, I feel like, I want to say it like, there's like a controlling aspect to it too. You know what I mean? It's like, you're out, like, well, I'm jealous that you're out. Who are you with? Like, it could be kind of like,
I mean, let's be honest. It ties back to insecurity.
yeah.
And I can, like, you know what I mean? And I didn't have to say that, but as a Scorpio, like, yes, I'm possessive now, even though I'm healing and I'm really good. Like, I'm not the jealous I used to be like 4 years ago when I was younger too, because I felt like I was jealous because I felt like I didn't know whether they would betray me.
Yeah.
Whether they would hurt me, whether they would be disloyal to me, you know? And when you love yourself and you know what you bring to the table, you can't help but just believe in the person you're with. Okay, next we have Sagittarius, and it says, never had a long-term relationship. And I'm sorry, but it's true.
This is
because
facts.
Like, not to say that Sag can't have a long-term relationship later in their life, but truly most Sages, until they find that person that they actually respect and they find value in, they will pull themselves out of any serious situationship, relationship, because again, it comes back to that opportunistic mentality where they feel like, well, why should I settle down with you if I can find someone better? You know, and that gets them in a lot of trouble because maybe you did find the love of your life, but because you just kept thinking that someone better is there, you let them go. And it's your way of protecting yourself.
For sure.
Again, it goes back to childhood trauma. You thinking that if you were to settle with someone, well, everything ends in divorce anyway. So might as well just have fun, travel the world, not fucking be connected to anything.
I feel like from people who are like wanting to date us, they're looking, you know, from the outside in like, oh, like nobody's really been able to tie them down. Like they're always having these experiences, they're traveling, they're working, this and this. And it's like, you can kind of almost poo-poo it. But it's like, if you dig deeper into
it's something else.
It's like, okay, there's like a really deeper underlying issue that Sarah just spoke on.
Yeah.
But people really do ignore it because I feel like Sagittarius just has such fun energy, especially in dating, that they're like, oh,
you guys,
whatever. Similar to Gemini, you know what I mean? You're not gonna get mad that they're arrested or whatever. You're not gonna get
Sagittarius for being a Sagittarius.
Right.
No, I agree. Like, and I think that is what intrigues a lot of people to Sagittarius energy and dating. They look at you guys, they're like, shit, like they're having fun. And they know how to have fun with everybody, and when they come into a room they command the attention of people. Like they're just exciting to be around, and you truly don't know what's going to happen when you are hanging out with the Sagittarius. They have that energy, and of course people are going to be intrigued by that. But when it comes to long-term relationship, a part of that needs to be dwindled down. A little bit of it. Like you don't have the freedom that Sag has all the time. Hopefully if you're a Sag and you're listening, you can be in a committed relationship where they give you the freedom to do what you want to do and express yourself. But obviously you can't just leave whenever you want and not tell them what you're doing. Like that's not how relationships work. It's all about finding that balance. And that's the case for all of these signs. You know?
Truly.
We all have our way of doing things and we're comfortable with it. But when you are with someone in a committed relationship, you're gonna have to compromise.
Yes, there's give and take. That's relationships.
Yeah.
You know? And when you really fuck with the person, Sagittarius, you know that you'll be more willing to give.
Yeah.
You know? And I feel like I get it. Yeah. I'm a Sagittarian, you know what I mean? Anytime I was like, I'm not fucking with you, it was for the best. You know, and like I just want to say, like, if you're feeling weird vibes from really anybody, if you're feeling weird vibes, like just know that's not your person then.
It's not.
You know?
It's not.
You're not gonna feel that.
Because there's someone holding you accountable for you being a little bit too free, and there's people who literally don't like the fact that you love yourself enough to partake in new experiences.
Truly.
Yeah. We went in for Scorpio and Sag. I mean, that's our signs. That's just how it's gonna go.
Always.
Like, we're always gonna have more to say about our personal placements because that's what we have the most experience on.
Yeah, and we can talk about like each other. Yeah. You know what I mean?
It kind of feels like therapy. Like truly, when you're into astrology and you're around someone who's also into astrology, when that dynamic happens, like when you're talking about your own personal placements, you can't help but have a little bit more to add to it because you think about what you've gone through.
And we both agree with the toxic trait that was shared, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So next is Capricorn, and it says they get away with tax evasion.
I think this is dumb. I do.
I
do. Because I feel like Capricorn would never do shit like this. I don't know why. Like Capricorn's too responsible. Like I don't agree with this 100%. One. It's weird. Like they would not allow themselves to get there. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't know when I would ever be. Just kidding. I really just don't see that for Capricorn.
No.
I would say the thing that they get away with the most because they're hot is them not making time for anyone.
Facts. Facts. This is actually.
They really don't mind telling me, I got time. Sorry.
Right.
Or they just don't show up. You know, like they have other priorities. Sometimes it has to do with them making money.
Yeah, no, their toxic trait is not making you their priority.
Yeah. And sometimes I feel like it leads back to Virgo too. Like they can be a little emotionally unavailable because they have other responsibilities. Not because being emotionally available like triggers them like it does for Virgo. Like I just feel like it's easier for them to throw themselves at their work and opportunities rather than like open themselves up to people because again they can be kind of distrusting of new people. Is distrusting a word? Distrusting of new people. Kind of like Scorpio. Like they're very private, so they'd rather just handle that business side of shit.
No, totally. I feel like for me, I feel like a Capricorn made this list and they were just trying the tax evasion. They were like trying to be like, well, we're like a little dangerous too, you know, like we're bad, mad because to me, I'm like, this really isn't relevant. Like, you were trying to, I guess, tie in Capricorn and their money, maybe?
Yeah.
But like, their money isn't necessarily what makes them toxic. I have heard, actually, though, that some Capricorns are very cheap.
Yeah. Oh, they're frugal?
I have heard that. I don't know.
I was gonna say another thing that maybe they can get away with is how controlling they are.
Ooh,
and like, although it's like hot and sexy, like when Capricorn is doing that domineering thing, I do feel like they get away with it because they're Capricorn.
Right.
Like if someone else was telling you what to do,
Bossing
to do
you
it, when to do
around,
it, like you're gonna be like, what the fuck? But because it's Capricorn and they have their shit together, it's like a little bit more attractive.
Yeah, no, I actually really like that one because I
Yeah.
feel like nobody else could really get away with like barking orders the way that
Capricorn,
Capricorn does.
Absolutely.
And they're like, okay, yes, daddy.
Yeah, you're like, okay, got you.
Okay, daddy.
What you want? Next we have Aquarius, and it says, is clinically insane, similar to Cancer, which I can't help but think that your ex was the Cancer sun, Aquarius moon, and you just have to let them know.
Issues.
Whoever made this list, let their ex know you are
You're the crazy
clinically
one.
insane. Yeah. What they get away with the most is being know-it-alls.
Yeah.
Like Aquariuses love to know it all. Like again, how much have you researched on this topic before you came across it? Like the thing with Aqua is if they see someone being passionate about something, they're automatically triggered. They're like, oh, you love something? Well, let me tell you how much I hate that thing that you
Right, let me go against whatever the fuck you're saying I'm feeling so passionate about.
Yeah, but they get away with it. Cause you're like, oh my god, Aquarius is just, you're so well spoken and you really do want to change the community. Tell me how I can be better at this. Tell me what you know.
No, this is so true. It's like we think it's hot when they're being the devil's advocate.
Yeah.
It's like you're actually being really annoying. You're actually being really annoying right now.
Right, you're like, oh my god, you really think differently than anyone else in this world.
All
So
the
sexy.
time on everything. Like, I know you like this though. Like, why are you
like this?
right
Why
now?
are you the way that you are? I love you guys, but seriously.
No, truly just putting their neck out there
No,
to be
they are.
devil's
They
advocate.
are. I think they like it.
They do.
Aquariuses,
They do.
all Aquariuses should be in the debate club. They love to argue.
100%.
Like, truly, it's boring to them if they agree with you. They want to be different.
Yeah. No conversation will be had.
At all.
Right?
At all.
Yeah.
This is the best one. This is the best. I'm done. I'm done.
You guys, this
I'm
is
crying.
the best one.
No, I actually
This is the
can't.
best
I
one.
can't.
And it says Pisces gets away with not having a job. Pisces doesn't have a job.
Why is that so funny? I love you guys. Like, I really do. But why is that so funny? Because I know they can be lazy and I know they love sleeping more than anything else. But this is Pisces when they don't have a job. The restrictions a schedule and a job brings me, it's detrimental to my mental health. And I feel like when I'm doing my art, when I'm doing my things, like I can't have anyone calling me and like telling me to like get up and like shower and like do things. So I need the freedom to do what I want to do. Like, and I know having a job is responsible. But, like, it's just not, I don't want to wake up.
Okay, this is 100% true. And she just gave a wonderful monologue
I love you guys.
of Pisces life. And me, on the flip side, I'm imagining dating a Pisces. I feel like I really would give the energy. I'm like, oh, you're just like artistic and you have like these issues, you know what I mean?
You have these issues.
Like we all have fucking issues, but for whatever reason,
It's okay when
truly,
Pisces does it.
It is. I'm like, Pisces sad. I'm like, stop the fucking world.
No, Pisces is sad.
Do I suck their dicks too hard too? I feel
No,
like I
it
maybe
is.
suck
No, we
Pisces
definitely
dicks a little
do.
bit
We
too hard,
definitely
too.
do.
Also, Pisces, I'm sorry, I'm gonna go ahead and say it.
Go
They're
ahead.
very
Why are you
good
calling
at
it me?
victimizing themselves and making us
they're-
feel bad for calling them
they
out
are,
on
they
their
are. They're
lazy
like-
shit sometimes, you know?
They
I'm like,
do. They're like,
we'd be like,
well, you know, I go through this and that and this and that and that and this.
alright, y'all, thank you so much for watching this video on the signs, red flags that they get away with, you know what I mean? I feel like it was a very good list.
It was.
I feel like we kind of read y'all the filth.
Uh-huh.
Okay, comment down below if you disagree with your sign, what maybe you would say is actually your red flag, or if you were feeling one a lot, let us know. Okay,
Yeah.
maybe your experience of whatever happened with that particular sign. I would
Yeah.
like to know. Okay.
Yeah.
And if you didn't know, we got a podcast, and on this podcast, we go deeper into the conversation that we just had today. And the question that we're going to be discussing is, well, are you ready for the question?
I'm ready.
She ready. Okay, so we ready. The question is, have you been working on your signs red flag? Oh my god, I'm actually not ready to talk about mine. But I'll be ready to talk about it on Wednesday
podcast.
when the podcast goes live.
Links down below.
We post our YouTube videos every Monday and Thursday. We're gonna link our socials somewhere around here. I love y'all so much.
Hope you have an amazing week.
Yeah,
Bye.
Bye.